So in what way can leaders create or indeed damage employee engagement and wellbeing?
I think the leaders have and when I talk about leaders, I really mean people throughout an organisation. I'm not just talking about top level people. Anyone who's got any kind of supervisory or management role, to me, also has an element of leadership as part of that. So we're really talking about anybody who's responsible for other people in an organisation when I say that. The critical thing is that leaders need to have an impact on the things that drive levels of engagement and well-being. And of course, in order to be able to do that, they need to know a couple of things. First, they need to understand and know what those drivers are. And it sounds very simple, and it is very simple, but so many people don't really appreciate exactly what the key factors are that drive engagement and well-being. And then the second thing is they need to understand something about their own natural style and how effective they are, or where their risks are in terms of not being effective on some of those factors. So typically, for instance, we might use a questionnaire where you look at the leader or manager and establish their style, and then map that onto the key drivers of engagement so that you can understand where they're likely to be effective or where they're likely to be ineffective. And that can actually transform the way that a manager goes about dealing with their work group, particularly if they're seeing that in the light of some results from a survey. So they look at the survey results, they can see there are issues somewhere, they get some information about their style, and then they can put the two together and actually do something constructive about it.
So how should they be supported?
Lots of different ways. I think there are lots of different options for doing that. The first thing is they need the information that I've just talked about. They can get that in the context of, say, a management development program. So it could be part of a generic program that the organisation's running. It could be fed into a coaching relationship so that they work with their coach using the data, using the information. It could be part of a mentoring relationship where they're either being mentored by somebody more senior or a peer in a peer mentoring process in the organisation. We've used it quite a lot in a development centre context. So people are given quite challenging exercises to do as part of, say, a day-long development centre. And as part of the information they get the scores for their work group and they get their own style profile. And then they have to think through the kinds of things that they could constructively do to move things forward in a positive way. But obviously people definitely need support from the organisation to do that.